and plus, since we already factor out P, so the remaining factor will be RT, so there, plus RT. Now simply we derive this formula from here, provided that our I equals PRT. So this is the formula that we are going to use in finding the amount. If ever we are given rate, time, and principal. So but if we are given principal and interest, then we simply add principal plus interest. It will be automatically our maturity value. And take note that A is just equivalent to F. Different authors use different variables for maturity value. Okay, now let's proceed to our first example. Joy borrows 50 pesos and promises to repay the interest plus the principal after 5 years with simple interest at 10.5%. Find the amount repaid. There, we are given 50,000 pesos as the principal. Our time is 5 years and at the rate of 10.5%. That we given here. 5 years, then 50,000. Then it asks for the maturity value, and we know that the maturity value is simply equals to principal plus the interest. And we know we can simplify. This is the given our rate and time, so simply we can just use the other formula. A equals the principal times 1 plus RT, right? So we can now compute for the amount by plugging in what are the given in the problem. So principal is equivalent to 50,000 right, times 1 plus rate times time, that is our rate is 0.105. Okay, because that is 10.5%. I hope there's no question about that. And then our time is 5. So we expect greater than 50 as our final answer because it is the principal plus the interest. Okay? And this will give us 50,000 times 1 will give us this 26,250. Alright, 76,250 pesos will be our final answer for this problem. So now let's proceed to example number 2, finding the time. Now let's consider PAM loans 18,000 at 6.5% simple interest. Question here is that how long will it take here to get the amount of 6,800?
We are given here the principal. The principal equals 18,000. Then we are given also rate equals 6.5% of 0.065. If there's a question about that, then how long will it take her to get 6,800 interest? So simply we are given the I, or the interest, equals 6,800 pesos. So what is asked is simply time. So our goal is to find time. This is simply equivalent to principal times rate times time. And our goal is to find time. We'll divide both sides by PR. We divide both sides by PR so that we can isolate R. Okay, we can now cancel out PR, and that will give us I over PR equals T. Or by symmetric property of equality, and that will give us time equals I over PR.
Alright. So then, plug in what are the given based on our formula derived from the original formula I equals PRT. So we are given the interest of 6,800 and our principal is 18,000. Yeah. Times rate, which is 0.065. There. Okay. Then our time simply equals to 5.8 years. So at what simple interest rate should Harvey invest his 35,000 pesos so that it will earn interest of 5,500 in 6 years and 5 months? Our time is equals to, is annually, no? If we are given 4 months, and that is simply 4 over 12, or that is actually 1/3, but we'll just use 4 over 12. Okay, so 850 pesos. I equals P RT. Dividing both sides by RT will give us principal equals I and interest over rate times 9. Then plug in what are the given. Our principal is equals to interest, which is 2,850 over rate 0.125 times time, which is 4 over 12. Okay, and that will give us 2,850 there. We'll just write off into 2 decimal place, and that is 70,516.63 pesos. Again, don't forget to write peso sign in your final answer. The finding the ordinary and exact interest, it might be
Ordinary interest, we will use 360 days, or simply we multiply 12 months times 30. Okay, we simply multiply 12 times 30 because in 1 month we assume that we have an average of 30 days, and that will give us 360 days. And for the exact interest, we simply use 365 days, which is equivalent to 9,800 pesos. And our time is equivalent to 85 days over 360. That is for ordinary interest. and 85 over 365 days. We say IO, and this is the time for the given time, so given time for the exact interest, or say I sub A. Okay, so another given is rate, which is 0.124. So that the principal is 9,800 times rate 0.124 times time for ordinary interest, which is 85 over 360 days, since the given is days. Okay, and we know in simple interest it must be annual, no? So that is why we divide this by 360, assuming that 360 is good for 1 year for ordinary interest. And that will give us, and that will be our final answer for the ordinary interest. Don't forget to write peso sign in your final answer. Times rate times time, then simply plug in 9,800 times rate 0.124 times this time, our denominator is 365 to be exact. Okay? There. Alright, so then that will give us 282.99 pesos. So that's it. That is our final answer for the exact interest and how to find the exact interest and ordinary interest.